I will start with a short introduction, and then Nikolaus from Commercetools will show you a case study, and we will finish with a demo of the connector between Magnolia and Commercetools. But first, I wanted to tell you a story. This story, in fact, is my shopping experience. Yeah, I want to speak about shopping with you now. It's really great, right? So recently, I wanted to buy a yellow T-shirt. So I went on ASOS.com, and that's something really great, something called Catwalk. You can see the item you want to buy on the real model. So there is a video of a guy wearing the yellow shirt you want to buy. So what did I do? I just purchased this yellow T-shirt. Sorry. So you can see I'm wearing it today. It's a real story. I have a brand I really like, Le Coq Sportif. You can see my accent. I'm French, so I like Le Coq Sportif. And look at this page. I saw it recently. I mean, it's a mix of content, video, and then they put in the middle some items. What did I do? I just spent a few seconds on it, and then I wanted to know more about this article. To continue with my favorite brand, I follow them on Instagram. Yeah, so one day I was looking at my Instagram feed, and Le Coq Sportif, they were displaying new shoes. What did I do? I went on their site, and I directly bought the shoes. And it's a true story, because I even took a picture, and I put the shoes on Instagram. And I'm wearing them today. Really, it's not a fake. It's a real story. And why I want to say that? Yeah, it's a bit silly, right, to take picture of your shoes, but well, it happens now. Unfortunately, Le Coq Sportifs are not closing the loop. They didn't promote my Instagram picture. But you have some brand like cosmetic brand, like here I take an example of Kiko Cosmetic. They are displaying their customer. So you are a lady, you bought some cosmetic, you take a picture of you put it on Instagram. Then Kiko Cosmetic, another brand, L'Oreal do the same. They will display these images, and they will connect the related product. So I think this is really great. Next, to continue with Le Coq Sportif is the last one. To speak also about content and commerce, Le Coq Sportif, they have a blog on their shopping website. And they speak about tennis event, like here it was about La Coupe Davis. And so they speak about this event, so maybe you will end up on their side because you're looking for Yannick Noah or this specific event. And at the end of the article, you will find related items. So in fact, they did a collection about Noah, and they are, of course, they try to sell it to you. This one, I just took it because it's funny, really. If you like football, you know Mourinho, maybe, of course. I mean, Mr. Porter, they wrote a blog about Mourinho, and at the end, you can just buy the same outfit than Mourinho. It's really great. Who would like to be dressed up like Mourinho? I should contact them and ask them if they sold a lot of these items. This is true. I'm doing a lot of shopping online, food shopping, because I don't want to waste my time at supermarket. So what they do is also something really great. So when you go on a supermarket, on their online site, you know what you want to buy, right? You have your list of items. I want this, I want that. So how to upsell, how to sell more. What they do, they come with recipe. So they're telling you, yeah, maybe based on what you are in your cart, you could do this recipe. So yeah, you click on it. And especially one thing is true, it's the same syndrome. When you're hungry, don't do online shopping, because then you want to buy everything. So you just click on the recipe, and then you add more things to your cart. So again, it's not directly product, but they show you what you could do with the product, and then you want to buy more. To finish, I speak about Amazon. I don't really like their content approach, but on Amazon it's true. You can find anything. One thing I like is this. When I look for something, I always go to the review. Customer speaking to customer. I ask a question, another customer can answer. You can also here in the customer review put some picture of your item. So this is really great. So what I wanted to say here is that this story is our story with content and commerce. There is always content surrounded around the product that try to tell you a story they want, at the end, the brands, they want to become your friends, they want to tell you something, they want, at the end, they want to convert you, they want that you to buy more, right? So what I want to say, maybe it's a bit aggressive, but I think that successful online resellers, they don't sell product anymore. Of course, they're still selling product. But they try to sell you an experience. They try to sell you a lifestyle, like the Cooperative. They try to sell you recipe, like my supermarket online. So what do you need to do, you mean system integrator or owner of e-commerce shop? You have to go away from this view. I call it the supermarket view, just a boring list of product. And you have to go to this view where the product is still in the middle, but it will be surrounded by information coming from any channel. Different channel, social, great articles, nice images, and more content will be added from all these different channels to tell a story about your product. So now the challenge. I don't say it's easy, it's quite tough, is to manage content from different sources, from social network, from your guest blogger, from your graphic designer giving you nice videos and image. You have to mix all this content together and then publish on multiple channels. This is a challenge. So how? I will try to explain you a bit how to do that, but then later we have real story from a Commercetools. But how to do that? Think content first. Maybe it's a bit stupid to say that, because I don't want to teach you how to do your project, but sometimes people don't think about the content first. You have example, I'm pretty sure this is a reality for you, like you speak with your customer and he say, I would like to add some video and easily images on the product page, or I would like to give access to my guest blogger so they can write about my great product, or get content from Instagram, select the best, and then linked Instagram information with product from your catalog, or creating new landing page with a lot of information coming from any sources. I mean, this is content, right? So what you need, so you have to give to your team, to the marketing team, the right tool. And I know a great tool is called Magnolia CMS, or Magnolia Now. And so give to your team the right tool, because our CMS was designed to manage content. This CMS can create seamless connection with e-commerce. Your marketing team, from their favorite tool, they can have access to a piece of the catalog, the whole catalog, or maybe another view of the catalog, but they can work in their way with product information. And then they will add, thanks to the Modular Content application, Boris Kraft mentioned that before, you can tailor the interface. You can create new business application in Magnolia that will grab content from everywhere. You can then mix this content from the interface easily, and then at the end, you multiply your shopping experience. All this piece of content will be pushed to like your homepage. We create campaign, you can create blog, you can create all these things that will always mix great content with product information. So this, the theory. Now we'll hand over to Commercetools. I was too fast. I can still speak, it's fine. But they will tell you how it works in the real life.
Well, I'm going to tell a story too, maybe a pretty similar one, with the difference that it's not my own story, but a real project. Nikolaus Kühn, I'm partner enablement manager for Commercetools. Commercetools is a new generation of e-commerce platform. So you have these two types of systems. They're pretty established. They're actually traditionally both doing websites. Both are creating websites. You're creating websites, CMSs, e-commerce creates websites. So you can ask us, you have these two, please create me a product page. So you will end up with two product pages for the same product, which are both very good, well done, every good in their way they do it, but completely different. So there is a different kind of thinking and DNA in e-commerce and in content management, or in how do you today? I think people say experience management and whatever. So e-commerce people are data-driven. They have masses of products and massive attributes, and masses of orders, and millions of clients, hopefully. And you have an experience. You want to have this brand experience. You want to dive into a visually unique thing. And both are good, but well, they're different. And not very seldomly, our clients, our common clients, did have both. So it ended up like this. You have two-side syndrome. You have the organizational structure of the client is more or less visible in the web. You have the marketing department and you have the commerce department, and they have both purchased their systems, and they said integration is expensive, though let the user integrate it and click on let's shopping and buy it. A few people still have that. It turned into not so often visible case. So what happened is commerce first took over. Many brands switched to having only a shop, and because it converted and made money, so let's keep this one and not throw away the other one. You can compete with Amazon if you can compete on price, if you can compete on delivery, if you can compete on availability, if you can compete on service, if you can compete on ubiquity, everything. Even if you can ask yourself if you want to compete on price. In any case, it's obvious that you end up with, it's not a bad shop, it does the job. Obviously, they're successful, but it's not a brand experience to me. So it then ended up with the old learning, all-in-one doesn't work, so we have to go back to content. I'm telling a story of a product too, in this case a bike. This is a real client of Magnolia and Commercetools, and it's a project that's pretty fresh. It went live something like a few weeks or a month ago. I think it was implemented by our common partner Nexum in Cologne. They're here with Jörg and here, Georg. They can answer any real questions. So everything I say is kind of, I think I heard it is this way. So you really ask these people if they're there. The client is ZEG. It is a bike cooperative. I don't know, in German, I know it, Einkaufsgenossenschaft. So you have basically, it's a consolidation of 500 bike retailers having their own brands, their own marketing organization, their own purchasing, and they have now a central brand website, many central brand websites, plus they have websites for each of the retailers of these 500. The whole group does something like $1 billion of revenue. And they are planning maybe to even have a central marketplace style of thing. And this whole setup is running on Magnolia and Commercetools using the multi-tenant and cloud-based Commercetools backends for commerce and the multi-site and content management features of Magnolia, and a lot also the extensibility of Magnolia. So they have custom apps where the retailers can manage stuff, and as far as I heard. So, the story. How do you want to get, in the end, you want to get people on your site. The people, your clients that you already have, it's fine, you have your means to get them, but in the end, everybody's talking how to get people to the site, to get new customers. Startups are measured by new customers. So, hook someone on a topic and convert him. Convert him can be Amazon style, make it easy, and click, click, click. But also you want to convert in a seamless brand experience. So I'm kind of trying to do this live now. I have fallback screens. So imagine I am interested in marathon mountain biking, which is absolutely far off for me and a scary idea. So you can, but let's imagine. Dream a little. Karl Blatt claims 5th win and consecutive win of a 700-kilometer bike race on the Cape in South Africa. So I think, yeah, I want to be like this guy. Okay, great. So Karl Blatt. So I Google Karl Blatt Hoover Cape Cape Epic. I can actually Google it. So let's try again. Maybe again. on the wrong screen. And now this time I'm sticking here. Here you go. So here I end up, okay, 3rd rank, not too bad for a brand website. I'm ending up on the coverage of the bike brand. I'm not ending up on a news site or whatever. I'm actually ending up on the coverage of the project of the bike brand in case. So I have the guy, interview with Karl Platt. And also, once I read their coverage of the story, I did realize, hey, cool, what did he actually ride? Oh, sorry, you have the other way of scrolling. This one, cool, this is the film. So I'm seamlessly switching over from coverage of a current topic done by the brand to coverage of the technology project behind. So they actually have it's not a product page, it's actually a technology video page. And I find, wow, this is so cool, it has whatever kind of breaks. And here it is. So now we're at the starting point where I started off. I really need to have this. No, it's unfortunately a little steep, but I can directly buy it now on the retailers page. No, not the retailers, I'm at the brand page. So this is Magnolia, a site in this big common project attached to Commercetools behind it, and you can directly buy it and have it delivered. I would say, yes, you can, but I wouldn't personally buy a 5,000 euro bike without having ever seen it. Maybe people do. So let's check. They have 1,000 retailers, I think that's what they said. Let's try Ingolstadt. So what you get is you find a local retailer. I have to find, so now I'm going back to be sure I'm doing this deep link thing right. Here I have this. Where's my mouse? So what you have now, I can also go to, again, it's on the wrong screen. Here we go. Same bike, different website, but actually same technology, same project, same database behind it, same ERP behind it. It's fully coherent solution they built for this client. So I can go to my local retailer and agree on a test drive. They don't have it available actually, and obviously the retailer in this case found they don't make the 6,000 thing with a fixed price, but I can go and agree on a test drive on a local, and maybe after then I go back home and think about it and ask my wife and whatever, and maybe I have bought it. So that's the story of a coherent content story. And without the stop in between, without the story about technology, without the video, and without the whole story wouldn't have worked out. I may have ended up on I think the key point where it would have failed is the Google listing, because without the content, this aggressive content marketing, I wouldn't even have found or thought about the facts being interested in the manufacturer's bike of that race, because I originated being interested in the guy who won the race and the race. So account is over data. This sounds like video recording. So let's go back to the presentation. This is a real case. So what you see now is my backup screens. In case. Just to scare you off, we have the bottom part, green is our corporate color, Magnolia on top. You have multiple commerce projects and commerce data pools for each retailer, so which ends up having each retailer having a page. Maybe they can choose to have only a content page, or they can choose to have a page with click and reserve. They can, in the next step, they will also be able to have an own online shop on the same integrated platform. It's integrated into the ERPs of the retailers, and there will be 3 more own brands, because this is a kind of large bike business that has an e-bike brand and a cheaper brand and so on. So what's a nice thing technically, or this is actually, I deleted the technical part and made it simpler. So why Commercetools? The special thing about Commercetools is it is a cloud-based, API-first commerce platform. So it's not content first, it has no content management. It always assumes you have some other solution, like Magnolia for content. and it is programming API oriented. So we have the data that's typically for commerce, product information, prices, inventory, taxes, shipping, payment, orders, client logins, whatever. It's all managed in our cloud platform, and everything that Magnolia is strong on is there. In comparison to other system integrations, you have no overlap. You have really clean separation on who does what. And you also have you have basically put it on top of each other architecturally. So you don't have these two organizations building two separate websites and having their own relaunch cycles and never getting out of this thing that they have two websites for the same thing. Basically, what I said, we have built this platform. We're doing e-commerce for 10 years or so already. We've completely rebuilt this platform from scratch, something like 5 years ago, and brought it to market 2 years ago. And so technologically, it's really a new generation. It's not like the same thing again packaged as a cloud solution. It is really a native cloud platform. So what you get is auto-scaling, what you get is continuous updates on the full load with no downtime windows. So it's really kind of, this thing runs and you have one problem less to worry about and can invest your time in. Content. And so practically spoken, you have this programming API, REST API on the web, but we have the modern, higher usability backends to actually organize all your data and handle your orders and handle your clients and handle everything. We have open source reference implementations. Coming back to that, the Magnolia integration is not open source because it's for your paying customers. And we have open source tools and export tools, SDKs for all languages. So for example, if you build Magnolia with Java, but you have some other guy that wants to build a system integration in Node, they can do. And just to do a little, not going into it, just as a symbolic visual, it is a fully featured e-commerce platform, with the only exception, it does not have the web front-end layer built in. So now comes the interesting part. Magnolia has been so kind to spend something like 30 days at least, developer days, to build a real Magnolia professional integration. And it will be available to all enterprise subscribers, and it is available now if on request.
In fact, it's already in the Git, so if you're an enterprise customer, you can access to the connector. It's for every enterprise customer, as you said. And well, I will do now a demo. It makes to tell you a bit about the feature, because we won't be able to show everything, but it's a full integration. So it's a module that provides category navigation. You have the shopping cart. You can list all your products with different components and templates. Checkout also is working. Security, authentication, all these things are working. So now I will show you a demo. I created a use case, so just let me jump to Firefox. So maybe you know this website, Magnolia Travel. We are not selling travel yet, maybe next year, but it's a Magnolia demo site. So I wanted to, my use case is, okay, we are selling travel, we are selling tours, but we also now did a partnership with a reseller. So this reseller asked us, Magnolia Travel, can you also maybe promote our product on your site? I say, okay, why not? So we created now, well, I created yesterday, because it's so easy to create, a new magazine page. So there is only one article at the moment, but you can see. So again, in the idea of content and commerce, I won't directly sell products, but I will first tell a story. So my story is what you should put in your suitcase when you go on vacation. So there is many steps. Of course, first bring your travel documents, otherwise it makes no sense. Then skip your shoes, take your flip-flops. Then here you should bring your charger for your iPhone. So, and I have more things like here, bring a comfortable trouser, and at the end, of course, you have to bring your swimsuit as well. So you see that the content is seamlessly integrated with here, for instance, I put a video next to the content. You don't really know that is next to the product, sorry. You don't really know that's a product, but you can see that here you have the price and you can add to the cart. I will show you how to quickly improve the page because as you can see here, my picture is missing or one item is missing. So I will jump in the Magnolia interface. So here I have the same page in the edition view. I will click here and I will add a new component. So this is really out of the box item. I did no coding yesterday, nothing. I just took it as it is and I created this page. No development. And of course, if you have to change the layout with light development, it will be really easy. So here I have a product teaser. And now I want to pick a product from the catalog of my partner. So my partner maybe gave me a dedicated access to this catalog, maybe just a subset of this catalog of the product I can sell on my website. I will pick a product, so maybe here is woman shoes, sandals. Yeah, okay, this one. I pick this product. I save. But you can see, well, this is image coming from the e-commerce. Maybe for my partner, it works. He can put this kind of image on his site, but me, I don't want. I want to have something nicer. So you can then override information. So you can just give me 1 sec because I have to just here copy that. This is just something for the CSS styling, for the styling. So this is not really mandatory. So I just now pick an image. So here, this. And I save. So now, well, I didn't want to create the full page, but you can see that in 10 minutes, you can create a full page that mix content from Magnolia, content from the e-commerce catalog, nice video that maybe are provided by your web designer, and more. So now when you go on the site, so when a visitor of Magnolia Travel is coming and read my great article, what you will do maybe is you will start scrolling and you could add item to his cart. Then you continue, okay. Maybe I want to buy this swimsuit for my girlfriend, so okay, I will add it to the cart. And at the end, here I put a redirection to my partner website. You can see that the cart here already displayed that there is 2 items. Okay, it's not really nice. It should be better layout, but so now if I go back to the main site, here I can see the full site of my partner. And here if I go to the cart, I will see the item that I purchased on the other site. So it's just an example to show you a bit the capability of what you could do with Magnolia and Commercetools. We provide you a connector that connects both CMS seamlessly. You can then, I don't know, I mean, we can speak maybe later, maybe it makes no sense to come with a lot of examples now, but we are here to speak these 2 days of conference. It's the end now of the presentation, so you wanted to say something more?
That this is also in the same Magnolia instance, so the connector features the complete cart and faceted navigation and everything, so this is just, I think this is mostly your story, is it?
Yes.
It's not, it is also, in this case, even a separate shopping site. I really like the way you built the connector. It's prepared for multi-site, multi-brand, for international deployments. So they really thought it out well. And I also like the idea that the out-of-the-box experience is not fully styled, because as a system integrator in your project, you want to style it anyways. So
yes, so exactly.
It's actually more important to have the functionality, to have the hard parts done.
Yes.
And drop it in.
So if you have any question now, I didn't put a slide question, so it's now the time of the question.
I think there is a final slide.
There is one. There is a final slide. Ah, yeah, okay.
At least.
So You have a final slide?
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.